Let's talk about Shannon Sharpe. And before I get started, Black women, before you even start, I know that we are part of the 92%. This is not our fight. However, it is still okay for us to talk about things and discuss things in pop culture. So I got you. Okay, calm down. So there is a young woman who has accused Shannon Sharpe of assaulting her. And to be quite honest with you, I hope she gets everything she asked for. And here's why. When I look at Shannon Sharpe on the clips that I see that come across my FYP, my news feed, I can't help but see this man who was stunted in his growth at a certain age. He is the example of what happens when you don't deal with childhood trauma, whatever that trauma was. People tend to either grow up and grow forward, or they stay stuck at the time in their life where they were the happiest. And I just look at him and I just see this uncomfortable little gawky kid. With that being said, because these men are stuck back when they were, the star of the football team in high school or homecoming king or whatever, when they seek out younger women, in their mind, when they seek out these teenagers, they honestly don't think that that anything is wrong, because to them, they're the same age. So if you do not deal with your childhood trauma, whatever that is, you will continue to walk this earth stuck in time, basically. And that's where you get these old men, 60s, 70s, still trying to hang out with the young kids, talking about back in my day this, and I still got it, and blase, blase. I heard this young man, he said, there's nothing more sad than watching an old man trying to be a young man. After a certain age, you're supposed to be, a mentor. You're supposed to be giving wisdom. You should not still be acting like a child. So now that I've gotten that part out of the way, it's my understanding that the teenager, she's 19, that he was seeing is not Black. And we see it with Black men who have money. We see it all the time. Once they reach a certain status, or if they're on a trajectory where they are just going to be successful and people kind of know it, they will gravitate towards non-Black women because they think that this non-Black woman is going to be their meal ticket to get into spaces where the highly successful white people are. And then they're disappointed to find out, I don't care what skin color she is, I don't care, what ethnicity, you're still a Black man at the end of the day, and the world is going to treat you accordingly regardless. Also, with these preferences that Black men try to make us be jealous of, the preferences don't get preferential treatment. All that trauma that they didn't deal with, guess who they take it out on? And they tend to treat their preferences worse than they would have treated a Black woman. I remember watching a video yesterday or today where this woman said that in relationships between Black men and white women have a higher chance of becoming a single mom than Black women, which I found very interesting. So basically, these women are getting left more than Black women. These women are being single mamas more than Black women. So Shannon Sharpe got himself a double whammy. Okay, he went and got himself not just a younger woman, but a teenager and a non-Black woman at that. Okay, teenager. So I hope she gets everything she asked for. When you put yourself in these positions, in these situations, I think you deserve to suffer the consequences of it. What a lot of these Black men don't realize is these white women see them, these successful Black men, these white women see them And they're like, oh yeah, that's my meal ticket. They're only with them because of the money. You really think that 19-year-old girl gives a damn about Shannon Sharpe? Come on, like, for real? This kid saw an opportunity and took it. And you know what? Men take advantage of us all the time. So good on her. Make these men pay for being creeps. A lot of y'all judge women who get with these men and they take their money. Why? They're with you because you look good or because you're sleeping with them. You know, they're getting something from you, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. So you might as well get everything from them. I said this on a video yesterday, how just because someone's older doesn't necessarily mean that they're wiser. And we see this a lot with men. And Shannon Sharpe is at the age where he should have been done, settled down, and sat down somewhere and stopped trying to catch up with these young kids. Because I can guarantee you, no 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, my son's 20, I can guarantee you he don't want to hang out with Shannon Sharpe or anybody his age. And cases like this, speaking of my son, that's why I raised my son and allowed him to just be a kid. You know, because so many times, especially in the Black community, we make our kids grow up so fast. We tell our boys, you're the man of the house and it's your responsibility. No. I told my son, I am in charge of this house. It's my job to protect you. You just be a kid. And I said the same thing to my daughter. I've raised my son to where if he flirts with somebody his age that he's interested in and she's not interested, that's the end of the conversation. There's no more. Because you can't control the outside world, okay? Sometimes things slip in every now and then, okay? If I ever hear him say something crazy, that's nipped in the bud immediately. And I talk to him about why. I want my son to be young and to enjoy being young so that when he is Shannon Sharpe's age, he's not trying to be young then. Now, in the case of Shannon Sharpe, back on him again, I really hope that we as Black women do not fall for the okie doke. Jonathan Majors dating white women, and then all of a sudden, now that he's in hot water, he wants a Black woman. Please, y'all get out here, y'all play around in these streets, y'all put yourselves in crazy situations. I hope you suffer all the consequences. I hope she takes every dime. I hope she takes you for a ride. I'm not rallying for anybody. I'm not picketing. I'm not protesting. I'm not doing nothing. You want what you want. You make your bed, you lie in it. A lot of time men talk to these young women because they think they're stupid. This new batch of young women, way smarter than I was when I was their age, because we live in a time of easy access to information. And there's women like me coming across their news feed, coming across their FYP. Their moms are seeing my videos and passing it off to them, and they're discussing the topic. These young women are not built how a lot of us were built when we were their age. And just by hearing the messages of Shannon Sharpe and this young woman talking, that girl did not care about him at all. These young women don't want y'all. They don't. And if they're with you, it's because they're getting some kind of money, some type of financial compensation, or they will soon be getting financial compensation. And the sad thing is, a lot of these men never learn. Never learn. They spend their whole entire life tumbleweeding from bad situation to bad situation at their big ages, making these immature decisions, and they never learn. It is rare that these men ever learn. And when they do, they want us to feel bad for them. No, sir. I've been through a lot, but I also had common sense to go to therapy, to work on myself. And you have access to the same resources that I do. Then they get in their old age when they can't even wipe their own asses, and they look at us, and I'm like, you ain't looking at me. So to all these old fools, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.